Morning, guys. John here with SP California Bushcrafter. I hope you're all doing well. Today for this episode, I'm just out here on a day hike through Santa Susana Pass. I got my hammock with me, so I was going to set up my double nest hammock to just take a little snooze for a little while, get a little bit of rest. I'm kind of tired. I've been up for quite a while now because I had to take my fiance to the airport earlier this morning. But today for this episode, I wanted to revisit an old gear review that I did a while back, and that is on the OKC Bushcrafter. That's my new knife that I take out into the field. So stick around, we're going to go over it again. Alright, guys, so this is the knife that I purchased a little over a year ago now. This is the OKC Bushcrafter in the original sheath. This is they sent this gun height sheath. This is made in New York City. I had originally said that I wasn't a huge fan of this sheath when I first got this knife, but truth be told, I actually do like it. It's actually a very nice, very durable sheath. Few things let's talk about is that it does have a small pocket. Now, another gentleman that did a review on this particular knife, named Gideon from Gideon's Tactical. Gideon's Tactical had mentioned that when he got his knife, his came with a fire steel. Well, I bought this knife through a fella on Bushcraft USA, and I paid $60 for it. Did it come with a fire steel? No. I had to go ahead and purchase one. Is that a negative? Nope. No big deal. However, in this particular sheet, though, the fire steel does fit very, very nicely. If I can get it to go in there. I think the head might be a little too fat here. No, there it goes. So yeah, the fire steel does fit in there very nicely, and it's also got a nice snap retention, so it's going to hold it in place. The sheath itself is a very well. I was actually mistaken when I first talked about the sheath. I do apologize to you guys about that. The sheath is actually very well made. This is probably one of the nicest sheaths I've ever seen. I'm not really a huge fan of nylon sheaths just because, for one, nylon tends to deteriorate after a while after long uses. So I have a different sheath system that I typically do use on this particular knife. But still, though, I mean, this is still a great sheath it's still a good sheath all in all, especially if you're just getting the bushcrafting. This would honestly be a good knife. The belt loop itself is massive, so you can obviously fit this on a massive size belt if you have one. I'm also going to roll in some footage here a little later on with me actually working with the knife, so you can see exactly how this puppy does, especially with the new sheath system. Now let's go ahead and check for rattle. There is a little bit of rattle. It's not that bad though. So once we unsnap this, I'm going to go ahead and pull my fire steel out, because this fire steel is actually for my other pack that I typically have my knife that I carry with me when I go on my day hikes. My day hike knife. So we'll leave that there for right now. Now the knife is held in by snap retention on the sheath. Let's go ahead and pull the knife out. As you can see on the inside of that sheath there's an insert right there. Not exactly sure what it is. I can't tell if it's like a hard insert or if maybe it's like a plastic insert. I honestly can't tell. However, good thing about this particular insert though for this sheath is that right now it is sitting in there for right-handed carry. But if you're someone that is needing of a knife for left-handed carry, it does give you the option of being able to carry this knife both left and right-handed carry. And that's something that I think is really a good thing about a sheath. I mean, if you saw my video that I did a while back about the Sheath comp system, the Sheath comp system sheath actually allows you to carry a knife in two different ways. If you're left-handed carry or right-handed carry, and I think that's a great feature for many knives that are coming out right now. But still, I mean, you can't always have what you want. There are a bunch of different custom knife sheath makers out there that you can order your sheaths from. And don't get me wrong, a lot of the sheath makers and a lot of the knives that I've seen are extremely beautiful and extremely amazing. I'm just in shock and awe. This is how awesome the craftsmanship is. So let's get back to the knife. So as you can see, this is the OKC Bushcrafter. You may see a little bit of rust here along the knife. I haven't used this knife in a while. I actually used this in my last overnight adventure, and it has developed some rust on it. So I'm going to go ahead and get that off when I get home today. I'll see if I can work on a little bit on my knife sharpener and see if I can. There's a little bit of string here on the sheath. But still, a couple of things I do like. It's got the walnut handles, and for my size of a hand, the knife fits very comfortably in my hand. I've never had any problems with whatsoever using this knife when I'm either I am cutting down some wood to try to make to help me get a fire going, or B, I go and pull the striker off of my sheath here. Very good striker. It's got a very nice 90-degree angle in the knife to allow it to strike. The steel, I don't remember exactly what the steel is, but it's very easy to sharpen. I have a Speedy Sharp that I carry in my bag for my other knife that I use on that knife, and it sharpens this one like a jewel. So, like I said, there is a bit of rust on the knife itself. So what I'm going to go ahead and do when I get home today is I'm going to use my sharpener. I have a work sharp sharpener at home, and I'm going to use that to sharpen the blade. And I have some techniques at home I can use to get the rust off. So all in all, this is a great knife, especially if you're just starting to get into bushcraft. You don't really want to spend a lot of money. Like I said, I spent about $60 for this particular knife. I found this on Amazon for around $80, which is still not a bad deal. I mean, I paid $20 less than what I would have spent on Amazon.com. I think probably the only thing that probably took away from the price was the fact that I did not get a fire steel with this sheath, but that's okay, no big deal. That's not really a negative for me, because fire steels are very easy to come by around here, especially where I live here in California. So the knife feels great. I'm gonna roll in some footage here a little later on about where I'm using this particular knife at camp, and this has been a very great companion. Overall impressions of the knife as to how it is right now, even though it does have the rust marks on it. Yeah, that's typical. I mean, this is like a stainless, almost not a stainless steel. I do believe, what was the steel that they said this knife had here? Hold on. Might be better if I go ahead and look it up for you guys here. Give me a moment here. Let me see here. Give me a moment here. Here we go. I'm just looking it up right now real quickly over on Amazon's website, on the Amazon website. Okay, so this particular knife here, I'm just looking it up real quickly so I can give you guys a better breakdown. The blade itself is 5160 carbide steel, so it's not a stainless steel. This was winner of Field and Stream's 2014 Best of the Best awards, so not bad. This knife is made in the USA. It's got a full tang blade. And then this approximate weight of this item is about 15.4 inches. That's 15.4 ounces. Inches. Oh my God. Sorry, I read the wrong thing. Dimensions of this particular knife is 12.2 by 3.5 by 2.2 inches. So that's really a great tool. According to a lot of the ratings in which I'm reading on right now on Amazon as I'm going through this, there's a lot of 4 out of 5 ratings on this particular knife, so that's really not bad at all for a knife like this. And truth be told, I actually really do like this knife. Now, in response to the sheath systems that I got for this knife, I picked up this particular sheath system from Doug Wilson from Yellow Hawk Custom Kydex. I'll talk more about that in a little bit. In the meantime, what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to roll some footage as to batoning some wood with this particular knife. So, stick around. Saving a couple of pieces of firewood for tomorrow, so that way I can use it in the firebox for tomorrow for my breakfast. I know what you're thinking. Why am I using a plane to keep the blade protected? Well, because I really don't have anything I can use for a plank right now. So I'm being extra cautious as I'm going through. There we go. Let's go ahead and use the hatchet for this one here. They say that there are some people out there that are afraid to mess up your cutting tools, especially when you're working especially on a piece of stone like this. Now the way I see it, as long as you have a good control, you know what you're doing, and if you know how to use your blade very well, you can keep it protected. Plus, too, with me, I always bring a sharpener and a strop with me. I do have the strop in my fire kit. I didn't have to use it today. These pieces are good size. I do want them to go ahead and knock them down just a little bit more with a knife. Now, granted, when doing this, I could use my hatchet to bang on the knife, but I don't want to use too much power. One thing I've done over the years is that I underestimate just how much power I use. So I'm going to go and finish this step. I'm going to carve this down a little bit more with a saw. And then after I do that, get a fire going. It's getting cool around here. Alright, welcome back, guys. I hope you enjoyed that video. So, what are my overall impressions of this knife? I really do like it a lot. It's a great knife. It was a great buy. Let's talk about a new sheath system that I do have with this knife. This is the Self-Reliance Alpha, not Self-Reliance Alpha. What the hell am I thinking? I am so tired, you guys. My apologies. This is Doug Wilson's Yellow Hawk Custom Kydex sheath, and I have to say, I did a review on this particular knife sheath for my knife a while back, and I love Doug Wilson's work. This came out just beautiful. I've got a bison hide dangler, tabby dangler, and I've also got a tech lock on the side of it, fire steel holder which you saw me pull out of, and as far as the knife goes into the sheath, wait for it. Ooh, I'll do it again. I love that. And as you can see, no rattle whatsoever. And I have to say, Doug Wilson is a very remarkable craftsman when it comes to Kydex. If you do not have a Kydex sheath, I highly recommend you check out Doug Wilson's custom Kydex sheaths. So, overall, what is my overall rating on this particular knife? And if I'm not sure what the original rating was that I gave on this knife when I first did a review on it. So for a new rating on this particular knife, I'm actually going to give this one a little bit a high rating. I usually do a rating of 1 out of 10, and I would say the rating I would give for this particular knife is definitely going to be a 9, just because a couple of reasons. One, knife itself, along with the sheath that did come with it, are both made in the USA, so it's very, very awesome. Negative part, when this particular knife is in this sheath, There we go. Sorry guys, I had a little bit of a struggle there. When this knife is in this particular sheath, again, it does have that rattle, but it's not that bad. However, the plus side that eliminates that from the rattle is the fact that you can carry this knife left-handed or right, either right-handed or left-handed carry. So that's a very nice feature. Beautiful. So I appreciate you guys joining me for this new review of the OKC Bushcrafter. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for your views, your comments, and your support of the page, and I hope to see you guys soon. Thank you very much for joining me today on this review on the OKC Bushcraft. Keep on bushcrafting, stay safe, stay alive, take care, and enjoy the outdoors. It's a beautiful world. Thank you.